Joining me now to discuss what is happening in those sanctuary cities, the latest on the Nunes investigation and the nuclear option, of course. Joining us is Michelle Malkin, the host of Michelle Malkin Investigates on crtv.com. Michelle, great to have you with us. Let's start with these sanctuary cities, which, by the way, I want to give the Trump administration credit. They have this shaming with weekly reports, I think is a brilliant idea.
It is a brilliant idea, and we should have sort of an array of the worst offenders, you know, the outlaw cities and outlaw sheriffs most wanted. And, of course, L.A. would be at the top of that list, both the liberal open borders city leadership there as well as the police brass at the LAPD. And, of course, honest, ordinary, law-abiding citizens of all races, all backgrounds, all colors have been so negatively affected over decades because of it. But until these jurisdictions and these police departments are held both criminally and civilly liable, in addition to starving them of funds, I really think we're going to see, unfortunately, a lot of business as usual with the ignoring of these ICE detainers. And
I think it's clear that the president and the attorney general both are committed to moving in that direction. I want to talk to you about as well the option going nuclear. We're going to get an 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time vote in the Senate, and Judge Gorsuch will be will fill the seat of Antonin Scalia on the Supreme Court. I mean, they really are so transparent. These senators want out of town, so forget history, forget all of that. Let us out of town.
Yeah, that's right. The cut and run Senate. All of a sudden, they move like lightning when everything else is like molasses for these Beltway swamp creatures. But I do have to say it's worth taking a pause and appreciating what a consequential moment this is for the Trump presidency. He is fulfilling a promise that he made to so many of the conservatives who supported him over his presidency. And the Senate is finally doing its job here. It is delicious, or as I like to say, schadenfreudelicious, Lou, to see all of the Democrats have to eat their own words and to see the Republicans using the button in the nuclear power plant that Harry Reid built.
Yeah, exactly, as Harry Reid built it. And by the way, what is wrong with 51 votes? A majority is the essence of democracy. But, you know, I think reason is perhaps in the person of Donald Trump. Reason has begun to take hold in the nation's capital. Syria, turning to a very serious issue. The president sounded very much like he was contemplating intervention, military intervention in Syria as a result of the chemical weapons attacks by Bashar al-Assad on his people. Your reaction?
Well, I hope he's listening, because there has been a wide backlash from a broad coalition of people who did support Trump, who don't like this dipping of the toe in the interventionist waters. This is not the saber rattling that many Trump supporters signed up for. And I hope it really is just sort of diplomatic rhetoric. And I hope there's not much more than that behind it. Yeah. That's where I am on it, Lou.
Yeah, and obviously I'm in the same place. As I recall all of his statements from the campaign going back to 2013. He makes all the sense in the world, a great advocate of a modest foreign policy, but a robust military, which is the essence of American values, in my judgment. I just hope that the neocons that have affixed themselves to every institution, it seems, in Washington, D.C., part of the permanent government, if you will, or the deep state, their influence is profound and we hope not determinate.